Hi guys, so this week has been lined up to be pretty busy for me, but I wanted to record and show you what my week is like as a mood reader and what I'm basically going to be reading for the next 7 days. It's going to be like a little reading vlog. I am starting this on Wednesday because it's already been really busy. I realized that I'm the kind of reader that doesn't like reading many books at the same time. Maybe it's because I'm new at reading. I guess it's just something I'm not really used to doing yet, especially with videos. I know I'm probably going to be having to read 2 books at the same time, depending on if a video overlaps with each other, but I guess I'll have to work that out. I just recently finished reading A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I need a fluffy romance, and that is why for the first book in this video, I have chosen to read Collide by Bal Cabra. I want to hope I'm saying this right. Yeah, I heard really good things about it. I heard that it was a good fluffy romance and that this is a really good book to read. I also wanted to see how many books I can read in a week, realistically, not trying to rush or anything, but when I'm really just in the mood to read that book and seeing how intrigued I would get or if I get bored of the book at all. I was trying to decide which tabs I should use, and I think I'm going to use these. Well, it's the next day, and it's actually pretty late. I think it's like about to be midnight. And today, all I've been doing, I've been reading, and I had a video scheduled up to today. You guys probably already saw that. I didn't really do much, but I had to work a little bit. I also had rehearsals, and I didn't get home until like 8, so that's why I didn't really record. Yesterday, I went to my dad's after recording me reading for a little bit, and it's never a dull moment in the Bella family, so I don't really record over there. Yeah, that's pretty much what my day consisted of, and I'm planning on ending it while reading and watching one of my favorite YouTubers. So, something I wanted to say about the book that I'm reading, because I was reading and I realized that I didn't really give a book update, but I'm about a little over halfway through, and it's been really fast paced, it's been really easy to read. Something I do really like about the book is how thick the pages feel. I don't know if that makes sense, but they just feel different. They feel like softer. I don't know if it's just me, but while reading this, I just noticed that and I thought it was really pretty. And I love the feeling of this back. I love paperback. If you ever see a book that's hardcover, it's just because it's cheaper, or I actually really enjoyed the book, so I got it in hardcover. So paperback is always going to be my favorite thing. This book is going really well so far. I love the characters. I love the banter. It's definitely what I needed to read, especially after reading A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and if you watch that video, you know how that video ended. I'm really enjoying this. It's a different feeling whenever you're reading romance books. Sometimes it's a good feeling just because it warms you up inside. It's like hot chocolate and s'mores and, I don't know, a campfire out on the beach all in one day. All in the same time. That's what it feels like. That's what this book has felt like, and I'm really enjoying it. Hence why I'm reading it so fast. I'm kind of surprised that I'm so far into the book, and I don't even know what book I'm gonna read next. But I have an idea of the book I think I want to read, but I'll probably figure that out by tomorrow because I think I'm gonna finish this hopefully either tonight or tomorrow. That's my goal right now. I'm just really enjoying it, and it feels like I'm watching a movie. It feels like I'm watching If the Kissing Booth and To All the Boys I've Loved Before, but with hockey and in college and a psychology major. If that makes sense. It feels like those two books and movies combined. Yes. Just yes. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to reading, and I'll see you after I finish the book. Ah! Okay. It's low-key been a while since I've talked in this vlog, if you can call it that. It's Sunday, and let me just take you through my day yesterday. Saturday, I had to wake up at 6 in the morning just to go volunteer, and then I didn't get home until about 3:30, and then I was recording most of the day. After that, I was working on my book journal. I took a break to eat, I studied, and then I went back into my book journal, and I didn't even read yesterday. If I remember correctly, the last thing I talked about was me finishing Collide. I did finish it Friday night. I've been so conflicted because I don't want to give 5 stars so easily, and I feel like with romances it's kind of harder to be more judgmental. Maybe just because I've read so many romances I've loved, but I want to give this, I don't even know. I want to give it 5 stars. I think I really do, but at the same time, I want to give it 4.5. And those are really high. Obviously, 5 stars is 5 stars, but 4.5 is also really high. I loved it. Every time I would pick it up, I think I've said this before, I was engaged the entire time. There was never a point where I was bored. I really loved reading this book. I enjoyed it. I feel like I could have swallowed it a lot faster if I wasn't busy, but really enjoyed it, and the ending was so good. I feel like it was very fast-paced, and it was kind of repetitive some of the time, but then it wasn't, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? It was repetitive, but it was only repetitive for like 3 chapters, and then I stopped noticing that thing, so I was like, oh, then it went away. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. I really like this book. I would recommend it to anyone. I low-key would recommend it to anyone. I don't know who would not like this book unless you just genuinely don't like romance. And who doesn't like romance? This is open door romance, which I just found out what that means. So if you know, you know, if it's descriptive or not. But this is, I feel like it's 50-50 because it's half open door, half closed. If that makes sense. Let's pretend it does make sense. I think I'm gonna give it 5 stars. I'm like conflicted, but at the same time, I know I want to give it 5 stars. Question mark. It was really good. I really liked it. It had more than just romance, and I liked that. So yeah, I'm gonna give it 5 stars for sure. This is my final thing. 5 stars. I tabbed it. I like this book a lot. I'm definitely gonna recommend it. to anyone ever. I've never read Icebreaker, but apparently it's kind of like this. If it is, I'm definitely excited to read that and pick that up. But the next book I am planning on reading for this vlog, even though I'm updating you guys after my entire day is over. But I'm going to read Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I've heard so many things about this book, and I'm really excited to start it. I already know I'm gonna tab it, so I picked out. I know I'm gonna love it. I'm praying I love it. I'm praying the hype isn't overhyped, and it's a really good book. I've heard a lot of good things about this book, nothing really negative, so I'm excited to finally read this book and this series. Or is it a duology, or is there going to be another book? I don't know, but we'll see if you guys see me reading the second book in this video, or if Wednesday comes around and I don't even start it. This is really pretty. I love it when authors actually do something with the hardcover. I also love how, like, it has a little thing, but it's also so, like, dainty and so plain at the same time. I'm gonna start it. Hi guys, so I just got back from school. I'm about 58 pages into the book. We learned that her brother went to the front lines because this goddess had a song and she inspired him to go, I guess. And then Iris, she dropped out of her last year of school, and then she is now working for the Gazette, looking for a position that this other guy is also going to, named Roman. So they have a little rival thing there. And she would also write these letters to her brother, but she didn't know where to address them, so she would put them under her wardrobe. It would go to his room somehow in his mansion, and apparently it's like magical. So that's interesting. And he also has an arranged marriage that he has to deal with. Rich people problems. Now he's just explaining to her some history about the gods that are at war right now and how they started up hating each other. So hopefully I can get about halfway through by the end of the day. But I know I do have to edit later, so we'll see how far I get.